discuss the top 3, beginning with Engineer. Very nice, huh? So, welcome to Horace playing Engineer. Probably gonna... This isn't the ideal setting I wanted. Like, it lagged a pretty good sum, and I've come to terms with my recording software is just acting like a real bitch. Every time I turned it on, frame would drop to 1, and I could not move at all, and it would sound like dubstep, because nothing would move. So, moving on, this is what did not lag. It ended up being about 5.5 minutes, so it's a decent amount. I should be able to cover it all. So, let's just get right into it and discuss Engineer. Now, my loadout for defending right here is it's a Jag, a pistol, or a Lugermorph, but it's just a pistol, and the shotgun. Now, I just like the shotgun a little bit better. It seems to gather crits a little easier. The pistol, I only really use it to deter people. I never actually get that many kills with it. So, I don't rely on it unless you need to deter somebody from a range. If it's a sniper, you're better off grabbing your shit and running to a spot where he can't see you. But, yeah, pistol is good for deterring targets, because it does chew at away at health, so you're going to have a pretty good time there. Now, let's discuss what you should and shouldn't do as Engineer. Now, right now I'm defending. Now, that's defensive Engineer. That's stock Engineer. He sets up the big sentry gun, puts everything where it needs to go, and he makes sure no one is within range to destroy it. Now, this brings me... well, actually, that'll remind me later. I'll discuss that later. But, here I'm changing to an assault. To defend, to be a defensive Engineer, you want to have the big sentry gun. Unless there's at least one other Engineer setting up a bigger one, and they're doing fairly well for themselves. If they're doing bad, then you probably want to have your own, but if they're doing pretty decent, then just give them the rest of your stuff, and just take your mini sentry to harass everybody else, because you can throw 2 of those down without running out of metal. Now, as for offensive, basically you don't need your dispenser, and you probably shouldn't try to lock down a spot that often. Don't expect to hold a point that long. You're better off giving your dispenser to everybody else so they can use it. Put it somewhere where they know where it is, but it's not going to get attacked that easily. I'm going to move my microphone a little bit closer to my mouth. Now, teleporter. The teleporter is kind of yours and theirs at this point. Obviously, your dispenser, you can just go back and get metal from it, but it's essentially going to be not part of your nest, because you can't really have a nest with a mini sentry. Teleporter you would probably use so that your team could get to the front and you could get to the front, because you need to outfit your Engineer not just to use mini sentries, but also to be able to defend himself and the mini sentry. Probably not too focused on defending the sentry. Obviously, shoot at somebody who's attacking your sentry, but don't get so wound up on it that if it gets destroyed, then you hunt the guy down and kill him. Like, it's a mini sentry, it's not exactly worth it. It's 100 metal, it's worth your dispenser, basically. And you can build more than one in rapid succession, as long as the first one gets destroyed. Now, this also, to the point of hunting people down. As Engineer, never, ever, ever go on the chase. Don't engage people that aren't harassing your nest or aren't an immediate threat to your nest. Obviously, if someone is, like, if there's a sniper trying to shoot at you, you might want to, like, try and leave somebody with your nest to kind of watch over it while you go and, like, maybe deter him, which kind of seems like a dumb idea now that I say it. You probably want to have somebody else go and you just tell your team that there's a sniper harassing your nest, and they'll just deal with it and just make sure you don't die in the process, and boom, everyone's job is done. Now, just, if it's anything else besides a sniper, actually, if it's anything at all, don't go on the chase. Have your team do it for you, unless it is within range that you can kill it with your shotgun or deter it with your pistol. Don't chase people down with your shotgun. Don't chase people down with your pistol. It's a dumb idea, and it's going to get your buildings killed eventually. I mean, See, what I'm doing is I'm trying to keep my mini sentry alive to save metal, but I'm not really worrying too much about it. I'm just, okay, I'll just go build another one. Not right there, because we won right after, but essentially, your shotgun is going to be your primary. You're just going to push into a spot where you can shoot at people, and, well, damn, that's all the time I have. Well, sorry about that, guys. That was pretty short. I got a little carried away, but that's essentially what you need to do as engineer. Don't chase people, just focus on your shit. Your shit is basically your power output, even when you're doing combat NG. This has been all the time I have for you guys. This has been Horsey Owl, Engineer. Goodbye. Hoot hoot, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hey boys, it's a spy!